Girl, it looks like Diddy's situation is starting to affect his entire family because word on the streets is that his daughters have allegedly been dragged into the whole mess. Fans are saying that Diddy's daughters allegedly know more about his shenanigans than they have been letting on. And according to Jaguar Wright, the feds have allegedly been monitoring the girls' phones, and it is not looking good. But what exactly did the girls do to make the feds suspicious? And did they really try to leave the country? Let's break it down. Okay, so it goes without saying that Jaguar Wright does not like Diddy, to say the least. She has made that more than clear over the past couple of years that she is one of Diddy's biggest haters. But if we thought that she was going to limit her hard feelings to Diddy alone, we were clearly wrong, because word on the streets is that she is now allegedly going after Diddy's twin daughters, Jessie and Delilah. Apparently, Jaguar isn't satisfied with Diddy possibly ending up behind bars, because now the word is she's setting her sights on his twin daughters, Jessie and Delilah. It's almost like she won't be happy until the whole family is caught in the mess. Diddy actually has 3 daughters close in age, the twins, and his other daughter, Chance. Chance is just a few months older than the twins, but they're all about to turn 19 this year. So yeah, they're still young, but legally speaking, they're adults now, but all the focus seems to be on the twins. So what exactly did they do, and why are the streets convinced that the feds are looking into the twins? Well, on one hand, there's the fact that they don't seem too concerned with what is going on with their dad, and they seem focused on living their best lives. They've also been traveling the world, going on luxury vacations, yacht parties, and all that. To be fair, this is the lifestyle they've known since they were little. But with everything going on right now, some people, including Jaguar Wright, feel like it's a bit out of touch for them to be showing all that off, especially with all the disturbing stories coming out about what their father supposedly did to his victims. Fans also believe that the daughters low-key support their dad, especially because they volunteered to give up their passports last year when he was arrested. At the time, the federal prosecutors asked the court to deny Diddy bail because they were worried he will intimidate witnesses and obstruct the case if he's released on bond. Prosecutors also say Diddy's got the money and the means to be a flight risk, and the feds say he had what appeared to be narcotics in his hotel room when he was arrested. He even offered to pay a $50 million bond and home detention, but the judge said no. We later found out the details of the bail conditions that Diddy offered, and y'all, it was wild. According to reports, Diddy's lawyer proposed bail on these conditions: a $50 million bond co-signed by Sean Combs, his mother, his sister, the mother of his oldest daughter, and his 3 adult sons. He also proposed that the bond would be secured by the equity in Mr. Combs' residence located at 2 West Star Island in Miami, Florida. The appraised value of the home is about $48 million. The home is unencumbered. In anticipation of this bail hearing on August 20th, 2024, Mr. Combs paid off the remaining mortgage of about $18 million so that the home could be used to secure a bond and be free of a mortgage. The document went on to say that the bond would also be secured by the equity of Mr. Combs' mother's home located at 450 Alton Road in Miami, Florida, and that Mr. Combs' travel will be restricted to the Southern District of Florida and the Southern District of New York to attend court, meet with his counsel, and attend medical appointments, which we will address to the court in a separate sealed submission, as well as the Eastern District of New York or the District of New Jersey, only to the extent that his travel to and from New York involves an airport in those districts. The document then revealed that Diddy had submitted his passport to the authorities in April of this year, but it didn't stop there. He also offered to submit his mom's and daughter's passports. It said, the passports of the following family members who have already surrendered their passports to counsel after the raids on Mr. Combs' homes: Janice Combs, Chance Combs, Jessie Combs, Delilah Combs, and Love Combs. Chile, even the baby had to give up her passport, but the feds didn't accept that, and the girls got to keep their passports, which explains why there are now reports that the twins might be running. What exactly are they running from? Well, word on the streets is that they could be trying to make an escape before things really hit the fan. See, before this mess started, Diddy was worth almost $1 billion. Now his net worth has plummeted to about $400 million. Yes, I know that's still a lot of money, but compared to $1 billion, it's kind of hard. But it gets even worse, because if Diddy is found guilty, there is a very high chance that Diddy is going to have to forfeit everything he has. According to the indictment documents filed by the feds, as a result of committing the offense alleged in count 1 of this indictment, Sean Combs shall forfeit to the United States any and all interests in, securities of, claims against, and property or contractual rights of any kind affording a source of influence over the enterprise named and described herein, which the defendant established, operated, controlled, conducted, and participated in the conduct of, and any and all property constituting and derived from proceeds obtained, directly and indirectly, said offense, including but not limited to a sum of money in United States currency representing the amount of proceeds traceable to the commission of said said offense. They also said defendant shall forfeit to the United States any and all property, real and personal, involved in, used, or intended to be used to commit or to facilitate the commission of said offenses, and any and all property traceable to such property. Any and all property, real and personal, constituting or derived from proceeds obtained directly or indirectly as a result of said offenses, including but not limited to a sum of money in United States currency representing the amount of property involved in said offenses and proceeds traceable to the commission of said offenses. So yeah, there's a very high chance that not only could Diddy be going to jail, but he could also be going broke. And going by the lifestyle that the twins have been used to, they're not going to easily adjust to life without daddy's millions, especially because the twins have made it clear that they don't want to get a college degree or get a regular job. But what does all this have to do with them running away? Well, the streets are saying that Diddy allegedly set up offshore accounts for his kids in case something like this ever happened. If you're wondering why Diddy's lawyers offered for his kids to give up their passports, this fan gave an interesting perspective on things, saying they're likely the names on offshore acts. They don't want him moving money overseas or paying people off or silencing people with the money in offshore accounts. Can't get to the accounts without going there. BC, large sums, withdrawals need to be in person to initiate. So now fans are saying that the girls know something that we don't when it comes to Diddy's case. They seem to know that Diddy is probably going to lose the case, and they're trying to cut their losses before things get really ugly. As you can expect, Jaguar Wright had a little something to say about this. She revealed that Diddy allegedly used to control his kids financially.
When you're dealing with the kind of the control freak that Diddy is, and you raise children under that, the financial abuse for all of them is probably the worst, because there's no way they can make money without him. He has them locked in. And if he falls, who's going to hire them? Who's going to fund them? Who's going to look out for them? No one.
Right.
No one. They're not fighting for their father. They're fighting for their survival.
Yeah, well, it's hard to blame the girls for cutting their losses and running. They're done with high school. They're not going to college. Daddy's probably going to prison. And if there's really a lot of money in the offshore accounts, they're going to want to get their hands on it ASAP. Anywho, let me know how you feel about this, and then check out this next video.